Before you scroll past another video, before you assume this is just another sermon, pause with us for a moment. Because what if the stories in the Quran were not meant to be read, but to awaken you? What if Joseph isn't someone from the past, but a mirror of your own conscience, your own test, your own silent victory? Welcome to Clarity Arabic Lab, where we don't just tell stories, we reveal identity. We awaken the you that Scripture has always been calling. If you're searching for meaning, for reflection, for awakening, subscribe now. We promise this is not noise. This is a call meant for you. In the Book of God, stories are not static reenactments, but living signposts. They're not told just to be heard, they're shared so they can be understood and brought alive. It's you who breathes spirit into these narratives, embodying their events within your conscience and actions. If your conscience is awake, you are Joseph, pure, honest, untainted. If you chase after insight, following the threads of absence, you are Jacob with his aching hope and relentless struggle. So whisper to your Jacob heart, be patient. Perhaps the bringer of good news is already near. Quranic stories are not history to be retold, nor myths to entertain, nor scenes repeated for mere memory's sake. They don't just present news, they awaken you. They don't recount history, they reveal your deep identity. They are metaphors, not idols. They are a call, not an object of worship. They are parables. Allah sets forth an example, not just a phrase, but a lantern in the soul's night, illuminating the path for seekers lost in confusion. The Arabic word daraba, to set forth, to strike, in Allah strikes an example, isn't about inflicting harm, it's illumination. It's a spark that reveals a clear vision, a metaphor that bridges distance and awakens the heedless. It isn't random, it's a deliberate divine choice to illuminate, not to freeze. Allah strikes an example. He plants a seed of light in the soil of your awareness. Just as a strike on a stone unleashes a spring, so the metaphor planted in the soul unleashes insight. In the language of Revelation, a parable is a guiding flash, an awakening light, a sign that stirs the conscience to see not with eyes but with vision. A parable isn't an external image, it's a structure of light. It's a symbolic distillation of the psyche and cosmos. It is the essence of truth conveyed in a language the heart grasps before the mind, the soul before the speech. Quranic stories don't look for external heroes to enshrine, they seek you, the hidden hero within your layers. They don't erect statues to be admired, they unveil models to be followed. The difference between a parable and a statue is that the first activates you, the other freezes you. The first awakens you to action, the second seduces you into passive admiration. Thus, Quranic stories do not just represent events, they explode them within you. They don't present prophecy as something past, but as a living present state. It's not enough that Joseph was cast into the pit, it's that your own pit might still lie unexplored. And it's not where conscience is sold that matters, but how many times you sold it for a trifling price while smiling. Joseph is your conscience when betrayed, abandoned, and discarded. He is your awareness when trapped by desire, conspiracy, and oblivion. He is your purity when tested by beauty, tried in darkness, and unbroken. Joseph is every moment you resisted temptation unseen. Every time you said, God forbid, at the height of weakness. Every escape from your internal prison, crowned with wisdom born anew within you. And Jacob, he isn't just the old man who lost his son, He is every heart that knows losing conscience hurts more than losing flesh. He is the yearning that becomes worship, insight when the eyes are closed, beauty laden not because without suffering, but full of faith. He is your awareness that tracks your missing Joseph within, sniffing the scent of truth beyond the wall of time, insisting the bringer of good news is coming even when the means have dried away. Jacob is you if you keep following the trace, seeking through the folds of days the boy still pure within you. The one not killed by betrayal, not corrupted by temptation, not broken by chains. Tell your heart when darkness lingers, O heart of Jacob, don't despair. A patient endurance, what a beautiful thing. And with Allah is assistance against what you describe. The Bashir, bringer of good news, isn't an external report knocking at the door. It is the glimmer of conscience, a sudden moment of truth, a tremor of tears when your eyes open again to your Joseph, who didn't die, but merely slept. Deep in every Quranic story lies a cornerstone of your identity. An identity not built from your name or lineage, but from your response to the call echoed in every prophet and event. Stories in God's book aren't a chronology, they're a hidden shaping of being. Each story is a mirror. Every prophet is a shade of you. Every trial tests your roots. Who are you? What truly forms you? Identity in the Quran doesn't originate outside. You build it from within. From the moment you ask, "Am I Joseph?" when thrown in the pit, or when he forgives his brothers? Am I Jacob when he loses, or when he perceives without eyes? Every prophetic vignette the Quran lights up kindles a spark within you of self-recognition. Joseph isn't just a name. He is your flame of purity in the darkness of deceit. Your conscience when it refuses compromise. Your higher self resisting the forces of temptation. And Jacob embodies identity when you lose part of it. The self that mourns its missing conscience, that persists, tracks, sniffs the scent of return. Believing identity, however fragmented, can be reborn. Your identity in the Quran is not granted to you. It is mined from you. Not an ID card, but a path of autonomy. Here lies the gap between superficial identity and the Quranic one. Every prophet in the Quran is a part of you. Adam, your first fall and rise. Noah, your inner flood. Abraham, the smashing of inherited idols. Moses, the voice that stands up to your inner Pharaoh. Jesus, the spirit rising beyond the body. Muhammad, the completion of your true self. Build your identity from stories, not from narrative. From light, not from names. From deeds, not from titles. From Joseph, who didn't barter. From Jacob, who never gave up. From Allah, who is always with them. Because Quranic identity isn't built on belonging, but on elevation. Finally, Quranic stories are not news, they are bread. Baked in the fire of experience until they reach maturity within you. They are a journey, not a retelling, a call for you to become the story, not just read it.
This reflection was inspired by the profound thought of our dear brother, Al-Hassan al-Jabali, with deep gratitude for the clarity, wisdom, and light he continues to share. So be Joseph when seduced. Be Jacob when absences endures. And remember, the stories never end, because they don't exist over there. They exist in you.
I am Yusuf, and this is the meaning of my dream from long ago. I was not a prophet when the stars called my name, nor a king when the planets bowed. I was only a soul descending, threading the hush between worlds, cradling a secret unseen by those who dwell in shadow. I saw 11 stars, not merely brothers, but faces shimmering in the mirror of my soul. Each a gate, each a sorrow, I passed through them one by one, not to shatter, but to cleanse them of me, and myself of them. I walked through darkness with a trembling light in my chest, where envy, pride, and fear circled like wolves in the night. I gave no fire to their fire, only patience, only silence, only tears. I passed through storms without rage or sword, let the shadows think they won. But in silence I grew roots in the dark till the stars returned to the sun. I am Yusuf, not a prisoner, not a king, but a traveler in the layers of soul. I saw the star of envy in the eyes of love. I fought it with stillness, not force from above. The star of jealousy eclipsing my dawn, I answered with dreams and kept walking on. The star of pride, cold fire in disguise, I vanished in silence beneath their blind eyes. I folded myself into shadows, veil became the hush behind the veil. Not for fear, but to be free of all they thought I'd need to be. I passed through storms without rage or sword, let the shadows think they won. But in silence I grew roots in the dark till the stars returned to the sun. I am Yusuf, not a prisoner, not a king, but a traveler in the layers of soul. I saw fear trembling, afraid I'd be chosen, so I sank into wells where silence is frozen. I saw greed biting at my father's love, gave them the coat but the light I kept above. Hatred cursed me with a name of foe, but I wept without vengeance and let it go. Cowardice watched falsehood bloom, I forgave its silence like flowers in gloom. Following mouth the truths unheard, I saw stars don't shine, they echo the word and loss. A black sun swallowing all, yet inside that void I heard the call. I am not the sum of their shadows, nor the crown of their praise. I am the quiet in the pit, the hope in the well, the flicker of truth when all else fades. I passed through storms without rage or sword, let the darkness think it won. But in silence I grew roots in the void till the stars bowed to the sun. I am Yusuf, not a prisoner, not a king, but a soul made whole in the depth of all things. I sat on a throne, not in a palace, but in my heart the stars bowed not to me, but to the light within me. That is the book, in which there is no doubt.